I'm here. Sorry, I think I was like a minute late, maybe. Story of my life, right? Hope you're all doing well. Let's see. It is 7 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? All right. I'll wait for some people to pop in and then we'll get going. Okay, all right. I'm just making sure that the live stream's working good. Okay. We are here. So let me see if I can switch this around for a second. Hey. All right, this light is got it. I'm getting rid of that light soon. Let me back up a little bit. Man, I'll get rid of that stupid light. Let me move this up. Oh, God. Okay. I might as well just extend this thing all the way up. Going all the way up. Thank you, Cobra. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you for the birthday wish. Sorry, I'm like jiggling the camera all over the place. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, God. I'm trying to get rid of that stupid light over my head there. I'll kind of angle everything. And then we'll switch back around, but because I do want to, I do have some unboxings, and I'll do it on the black round table. But yeah, I was initially going to do this in my computer room, but I realized that if you set up a live stream via your phone or a mobile device, and you don't set it up via StreamYard, then you have to start an entire new stream. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing all that. So I was like, I'll do just straight up off my phone, and that's fine. Cobra says, Cobra Emperor G.I. Joe O-Ring Collector Delta 17. Oh, that's a name right there, my friend. He says he sold off his Star Wars collection because he had, for some reason, my chat is like cut off. That's weird. Because he had something, it got cut off. Let me check my tablet here. It says, because he had twins, but I keep building up my G.I. Joe collection. Yeah, man, just keep it up, you know. Sacrifices need to be made, you know. There are more important things in life than toys, as much as we love toys. Yeah, I saw it. Twins. Yep. Well, congratulations on the twins, man. That's a big deal, you know. But yeah, twins are a rarity. So congratulations, bud. Well, what kind of GI Joes are you collecting? Are you collecting like classified or O-ring, or I think your name says it all though. But O-ring collector. But you still buy Star Wars for your older daughter. Nice, man. Yeah, I have O-ring stuff. I don't know what it is. I just never showcase them really on my channel for some reason. I don't know why. Just never got around to doing it. But now I have all the time in the world, seeing as I'm really taking a huge step back and like purchasing new stuff. So there's all the thank you, Woodman. Thank you for the birthday wish. I appreciate that. But yeah, since I'm taking a huge step back and buying a lot of modern stuff, I'll be you have 5 daughters? Holy Moses. One with the X. Oh, okay. Yeah. I have two stepsons. I just call them my sons, though. I think it's, you know, some people like to use the stepson, stepdaughter, you know, term, but I just say those are my sons. Super 7's not too bad. Yeah, I have Super 7 stuff. I mean, can you say I like turtles a little bit? Just a little bit. Just some turtles over there. And the mess of my collection room. My collection room's a friggin' transitional disaster right now. You should see the floor. Oh my! You don't want to see the floor. but yeah, man, that's cool, and congrats. You know. Yeah, so I am definitely taking a huge step back in modern collecting. Like just the other day, I think it was yesterday, maybe. Big Bad Toy Store sent out an email saying that they're going to be um, adding the, which is nice of them to tell you that they're going to be adding the um, excluded prices, and they're just giving the regular retail price, which was, still not the retail price at $25.99 because it's supposed to be $24.99 for Hasbro products and stuff like that. And then they put it at $25.99, and then it says excluding the tariff tax, which a week ago, I know they're still in transition. They're trying to figure out everything, and that I completely understand. But a week ago, it was at $27.99, and then it said excluding tariff tax, and then now it's saying 24 or $25.99 excluding tariff tax. Shouldn't it be $24.99, not $25.99? I don't know, whatever. So I'm essentially done with Big Bad Toy Store. I've canceled all. I think the only pre-orders I have left are the only ones that don't have the excluding tariff moniker on it, or title, I should say. I bought the Turtles for my daughter and the van and Shredder. Yeah, dude, the Super 7 van, I have it. I still have not unboxed it yet. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. I don't know what it is. I just keep like forgetting about it. I don't know why. I'm just, a bonehead. I had all the Turtles when they first came out way back. Yeah. Yeah, me too, man. When Turtles hit, I remember I still have my original VHSs, the first VHSs that I got, and what was it? I think that was just when the miniseries initially, like the pilot episode came out. My mom went on a trip to, I think, Japan, and she came back with the pilot episode and VHS, and I watched that religiously. And if you know anything about FHE, the old VHS company, Family Home Entertainment, that's what it stood for. If you know anything about them, is that they actually had multiple episodes on one VHS. So, yeah, I wore that thing out. I still have it, though. It still works. I bought the DVD Turtle set. It has tones of cartoons, the whole series. Yeah, same. Yeah. I have it on DVD, and I have still all of my VHSs. Entertainment Earth is just straight up jacking prices up before tariff yikes. I think what Entertainment Earth is doing, because they did the same thing with the Maximum Hulk, is they're including what the tariff prices are going to affect the original price. So if you look at like Maximum Hulk, he's, as opposed to $60, he's $74.99. The good thing about that is I'm not getting it. I'm not getting that figure. I'm pretty much done with Marvel Legends. Like, I have what I need. I think the only things I have that are even shipping to me, like I got friggin' Acolyte dude. I can't remember his name. I keep wanting to say Corsair, and that's not who it is. Fabian Cortez. I got Fabian Cortez recently from Amazon, and then I got the new Cyclops, which is actually a really good figure. But as far as the other Marvel Legends go, the only one else I have, which I just shipped, probably one of my last pile of loots for it, at least until if something changes down the road. I I have what's her name from Generation X? My God, I can't think of anybody. Skin face lady. Yeah, her. I know her name. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Did I bring my water up here? I didn't bring my water up here. God damn it. Anyway. Um, but yeah, I think what Entertainment Earth, I went all way ADHD kicking in. I apologize. I think they're including the tariff prices in all of their prices, and that's why the prices look higher than a lot of other places. Um, it's a sticky, shitty situation. It sucks for online retailers. It sucks for mom and pops. This is going to heavily affect the toy industry. It might not affect places where you buy from like Hasbro, Amazon, Best Buy, places like that because they're bigger corporations that can afford to absorb tariff prices. But I also, know that corporations are always usually like a few months behind when really initiating things because they want to see how things go and they wait for someone else to initiate something to see if it works to actually implement it. I could see if this is a long drawn out thing between two guys with, that are just trying to, have a demeasuring contest. I could see bigger companies like Amazon and these billion-dollar corporations following suit. So this could really make or break a situation. It could really destroy toy collecting. These tariffs, like it can really, 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 really get bad, and it's not just for Americans. It's bad for everyone. I've had some viewers that were not from this country get very heated in my Big Bad Toy Store video, which, it's one thing to have difference of opinion, but it's another thing to have like go off the fall off the wagon and essentially just start freaking out on me. And then I don't know. It's weird. It was a weird situation. Like those comments, some of the comments on there were like, I got accused of voting for Trump. I haven't voted since 2009. So I don't get political. I don't talk about political stuff. This is about toys and enjoyment, not about political stuff, but it's weird. Cobra says, I'm from Canada and it sucks with the extra charge we get. Yeah, I mean it's across the board, man. We're getting it just up just as much this as we're getting fisted just as much as everybody else. But yeah, you guys essentially, because I'm originally from Buffalo, New York, and that's like we're right next to Canada. So like I would go to Toronto all the time. Like when the Bills, because I'm a big Bills fan, obviously from Buffalo, and they would have a couple games in Canada, I would go. I had season tickets and I would go there. Duties, maybe tariffs now. Yeah. Yep. It's not good. I wonder if Marauders will increase much. Probably. I would guarantee it, probably almost, because I mean, there's a lot of people that have had Kickstarters and all their prices were set pre-tariff, and some of them had to like stop production because they can't afford it. And people already paid for the product. See, this is where the government needs to step in because there's a lot of things that were not thought of well before all of this. It was just like, oh, you do it, I'll do it. You do it, I'll do it. And just reactionary stuff. You know what I mean? It sucks. It just sucks across the board. Like I said, it's going to suck for just not only us collectors, but everyone's economy is going to be affected. And that's across the globe because I don't know, man. This is how wars start. I don't want to get political. Let me just stop right there before I start even going, because this is about fun and not thinking about this stuff. This is a getaway. But it does kind of feel like we're being forced out of our hobby, and it sucks. It big time sucks. So I don't know. It's not really anything that we can control either. That's the other problem. Well, it's not really a problem. It's kind of just what it is. Like, we can't control any of this. There, it's past our. We just kind of have to hope that something gets fixed from it, or if the tariff wars will end in a month or so. Yeah, I mean, that's the best case scenario. I hope so, because I hope all the Kickstarters were backed can wait. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though, because I think there was already a couple of Kickstarters that had to end or had to cancel them, like the line. I don't know if people got their money back. I know when you donate to a Kickstarter, that's a donation technically, and they're not really required to give your money back. Hell, I remember the days of Shocker toys. If you get going way back, not way back, but in toy collecting way back, as far as modern goes, if you guys remember Shocker toys, like, they still owe me like at least $200 worth of product that I never got. And I had the receipts, and I remember the dipshit owner made an email saying, "Oh, I wasn't trying to steal anything. So if you send me a receipt and I believe it, then I'll send you money back." I sent him a receipt, never heard a peep. The guy's a scumbag. So, like, that's a different story. So he had a company and did not have a Kickstarter, did not need funding. Those were just pre-orders that he never filled and decided to go out of business. Guy's a scumbag. So, well, people deal with the Kickstarters, good people and everything is getting made. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hope though, I would hope that because product's not being made, that those people do get their money back, but it's not guaranteed. I have a small collection in my room of stuff in storage. I'm going to just rotate stuff in and out for now, like having new stuff to look at. Yeah. I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, not everybody. I know there are a lot of new collectors, especially even there was a huge influx of new collectors from, when COVID started in 2020 all the way till now, So I do feel for the new collectors. But as far as like us longtime collectors, like, we have more than enough to appreciate. Like, like I said, I could honestly, if I stopped collecting altogether and I just did reviews, I probably have 10 years worth of reviews to do. I would guarantee that. And I still have stuff in Buffalo. I live in South Carolina now. So, like, so I have more than enough stuff to review and get stuff done. The only line that I'm really going to collect is, I think, for modern goes, there's a couple of DC Multiverse figures that I do want. They're kind of checklist items. They're already being shipped to me. The Silver Age Superman, I'm still waiting on that pre-order drop from GameStop, but I had to get that. There's another one that's very, very significant to me that no company has really got perfect, and that's the Max Fleischer Superman. And that, I think, is on its way. That was in my pile of loot, so that's one that's going to be in my pile of loot. I would love to get the Page Punchers classic Shazam, but he goes for like crazy money, like for a multiverse figure, I mean, like $80 to $100. If I can get my hands on one of those, you guys know how much of a big Shazam fan I am, aka the real Captain Marvel. Yeah, I would love to get that one. So there's that. Heavy Armor Toys has Sailor and Navy SEALs as well as Marines. Nice, man. I'll have to. I've never heard of Heavy Armor Toys. Yeah, I've never heard of them. We'll go on. He says Armor Toys will go on sale Friday night at 5 p.m. So tonight. Oh, okay. I'll have to check them out. Yeah, I've never. I didn't hear of them. Call sign Longbow. Oh yeah, I've heard of Longbow. I think I was actually at, what was it, back in 2021. I want to say I was at Joe Fest when they announced Longbow and Delta. What was it? Delta 17. Sorry if my finger's up there. I'm trying to read the chat. And be sure to comment because I am going to be doing the giveaway, and I'm not even going to open it. This was sealed. It still is sealed from Hasbro. This is the giveaway I'll be doing tonight live. So be sure to comment if you guys want to enter. You got to comment live, and then I'll be doing the live drawing. So it's completely random. So I don't know how I'm going to do that drawing. Oh, I could do it on my tablet here. So, but this is the Jedi Fallen Order 3-pack with Cal Kestis, Trilla, and the Purge Trooper. So, and it's brand new, like I said, sealed by Hasbro in the box. Amazon exclusive. It was at, I think, what was it? It's back up at $70 on Amazon now. So you can have a chance to get one for free tonight. So there you go. So still in the shipper box. I'm not even going to take it out of the shipper box. So it is in there. You have to know people. You have to know the good people that do Kickstarters from the frauds. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I've never seen anybody, at least any of people that I know that are in the toy industry or even just friends that are fellow YouTubers or just toy collectors have been burned. I've never seen anybody get burned by anybody on Kickstarter, but I do know that if you read the fine print, the policy, it says like they're not, like the producer of the product is not guaranteeing a product. So it's a 3 3/4 scale. Yeah. Yes, Woodman. Yeah, like Woodman said, be sure to comment if you want to enter the giveaway. I mean, even if it's just a thumbs up or whatever. And in my video, I did say you do have to be in the continental U.S. I can't really afford to pay extra shipping prices to go overseas. I apologize. If I could, I would. I really would. But I can't right now. So. And if I still live in Buffalo, I would have no problem at least going into Canada to hand it to you or whatever, you know. Star Wars figures, are they 3 3/4? No, these are Black Series. This is, sorry, I should have said that. These are Black Series figures, all 6-inch. It's Cal Kestis in his Inquisitor look. The whole, like, what was it? The what if look. If he turned to the dark side in the video game from Fallen Order. And then it's the Purge Trooper with the big axe, and Trilla with a cloth goods cape. And it's all 6-inch. But yeah, you do have to be in the continental US because I can't afford to pay extra on top of shipping. At least right now, I can't. I just worked like a 60-hour week this week. I'm shot. Ron, what's going on, bud? Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. And if you guys do want to join as far as a channel membership, they're all in the link in the description box below. Um, I do giveaways strictly only for members. So Woodman and Terry both got just essentially just gifts is what I do essentially for members. So if I get enough members, I'll probably just do like a few giveaways. So like the more members I get, the more giveaways I will absolutely do, you know? So nice mythics. Oh, thanks. Yeah, they're right there. That's my mythic section. Right there. I'll flip it around. You know what I'll do? It's birthday time. So, you know what we'll do? There's some mythics for you. And they go all the way back. I need to get some risers, I know. But we got some rarities in here. We got Otho right there. And that is not a custom Otho. I know there's a lot of custom Othos floating around. That is an original piece right there. I rarely show off my mythics now. I don't know why. But there's the barbarian section. I kind of split them up into Leodicius and then Noble Bear. And I got some other stuff. These are all the knights. Like I got version 2. I still have to do his review. Sir, get in Heaven's Brand. And then, sir, get in Heaven's Brand again. And then we got some of the new knights. We got Elijah in the back. He's really awesome. There you go. I got some custom heads on some of them. And then here's one of my favorite shelves is the forgetting. Oh my god. All the I can't remember their names, damn it. The name of am I still live? Yeah, there we go. Okay. I hate it when I get like I put my phone on what do you call it? Do not disturb, and I still get a phone call. Thanks. But yeah. There's all the what is the name of this clan? I can't remember it. Anyway. You heading out, Cobra? All right, Cobra. You have a good night then, man. Thanks for popping in, buddy. I appreciate you. It was nice talking with you too. And then we got some of the Order of Aetherion, I think. Oh, no, that's up here. That's the Order of Aetherion. What am I talking about? Anyway, I'll just shut up and just show you. There we go. And then we got weird Transformers pieces right there that I still have to put my friggin' Menasor together. I should call myself Old Dirty Procrastinator. But there you go. There you go with that. Let's bring it back in over here. There we go. Yeah. So there we go. I am just jiggling the camera all over the place. It's the big jiggle. I scoot this over there. Stupid over. I hate that stupid fan light. It sucks. Come on, top chat. All right. Ron says, nice. I mainly collect I don't know if that stands for Mythic Legions or Marvel Legends, Star Wars, and G.I. Joe. Oh, I don't want to do that. Stop, phone. Good Lord. I'm assuming that says Marvel Legends, Star Wars, and G.I. Joe Classified. Yeah. And that's what I did for the longest time. I had some like what was it? I have some of the Beast Warriors of the Kingdom or the King. Yeah, I think that's what they were called. I got a few of those back at PowerCon a few years ago. And those are really cool figures. They're fun. But Yeah, a lot of the secondary stuff, like whew, I really had to cancel a ton of pre-orders the other day. Oh, Mythics? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I started from Wave 1.0. I was a part of I was one of those early people that got in on the Wave 1.0 Kickstarter. So I've been around with it for quite a bit. So you went to last year's PowerCon? Yeah, I went to the year prior. Was that last year? That was 2023 I went. Yeah, 2020. Okay. Then we were both there. Yeah. I was working the booth with what you call it? Strident and I were working a booth. So I wasn't walking around too much, but I was walking around. Um but yeah, we were working the Invincible Toys booth. So all right. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun show, man. We had a lot of fun there. Plus I got to hang out with one of my best friends in the world. One of my favorite people on the planet. So um it's always fun going to visit Strident and we get to hang out and stuff. So sad it's not in Columbus anymore. Yeah, I think they can't did they cancel it? I think they might have canceled it this year, or what was it? Technically, was that last year? I don't know. I think it might have been this year. Scary. Ah! I think it might have been last year. I don't know. I can't remember. I spy a lot of Batman behind me. Oh yeah, I got a whole lot of Batman. I got a lot more than that. There's just no room for me to put all of them. I have like 99% of every single DCUC. The only thing I'm missing for DCUC is that damn crotch piece for Giganta. That's it. I have everything though. Even the stupid variants. I have every single piece. I'm still missing that stupid crotch that came with what was it? Gentleman Ghost. That went for like $150 to $200 for like forever. So one day I'll find the crotch and then I can put Giganta together and then I have 100% of the line. But I even have the DC Signature Series stuff. Like I was a part of that Matty Collector nonsense. I have both Doomsdays. I have all that stuff. I have the DC held up over time. Have the DC held up over time? The DC UCs? Yeah. Oh yeah. All my DC UCs are fine. The only one I think I really had problems with was what's his name? I was just about to say his name too. Was the Collect and Connect Morpho? What's his name? Metamorpho? That's not his name. What the hell's his name? I can't think of his name. I must be dehydrated because I always have this problem whenever I'm dehydrated. I forget stuff all the time. I think it's Metamorpho. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Metamorpho. But anyway, if you know anything about that figure, he was on like a normal body. And with the Collect and Connect, because they didn't do too many Collect and Connects that were on a normal body, they always did larger figures that were anywhere from like 8 to 12 inches tall. So they did that one because he came with a bunch of like accessories to show like the power of each like appendage, the power of my appendage. But if you know anything about that Collect and Connect, it always had like issues with the hips, like constantly popping off. So I want to say that might be the only one that over time has been kind of annoying. But he still clips in. Like every time I bag him up, I always take his parts, or at least his legs apart, because I'm worried that that piece that clips into the socket is eventually going to snap off on the inside of the crotch. But it hasn't. he still clips in. It's just when you get him one-footed on that weird like mud base that he was on, and you put his foot in there, it does loosen the ankle, and on top of that, it does cause the hip to pop off. So I just always display him without that piece, so it doesn't cause that issue. But he's still a really good figure. Yeah, they're not brittle. I don't think they were ever made like brittle. They had the same kind of plastic and everything as a DC or as a Motu Classic. Same, not the same build, but the same plastics, materials, and everything. So I don't think a lot of people have issues with Motu Classics, and I don't have any issues with my DC UCs. So, but I guess, mileage does vary. It all depends on how you take care of your figures and stuff like that. If they go from hot to cold to hot, back and forth a lot, then you're gonna get, mold degradation and plastic deteriorating faster. So, but yeah, I'll wait to do the giveaway until we hit the hour mark, because I'm trying to wait for people to trickle in. And like I said, please do comment if you want to enter the giveaway. All you have to do is, like I said, even just leave a thumbs up and make sure that you do live in the continental US, because I'm not shipping outside of the US. It's just too expensive right now. So like I said, I apologize for that, but I can't really afford it right now. I'm just gonna be honest. But yeah. Let's see. All right, so there was some news today, and I wish I could bring up a photo. I guess I could do this real ghetto style and and hold the photos up on my shoulder. It could be like hold on. Let me get to Instagram here. I guess we can Instagram this, because I can turn it sideways and the page looks bigger. Let's do that. Alrighty. Boom, shakalak, glock, boom. So there were some reveals. I want to say early this morning, which is fantastic. And they were of the Black Series variety, because if you know anything about anything, Star Wars Celebration is going on right now, and I think I pretty much called it. I was like, they haven't revealed the leaked Han and Chewie, so I was like, they're probably just waiting for Celebration to do that. But there was also a bunch of other reveals too. Oh, look at that. 6-inch Black Series. Go follow this dude, 6-inch Black Series. Sorry, you can't see it, but 6-inch Black Series, he's fantastic on Instagram, and also obviously Yak Face, which is I want to say between those two, and even Syndicate Customs, another really great customizer. They popped up a lot of the promo images and everything. And the Han Solo looks like far superior to how he did. Sorry, I know there's a glare and this is super weird. I'll probably do a video talking about these because I'm super pumped for them, but that Han Solo looks fantastic. It does. It really does look good. I'm trying to get in close, but there's the glare and this is weird. I was hoping I could just hold it up here like this, but you can't see anything from that far. So, but the face sculpt looks a lot better. That's the one thing I hate about Instagram, is that you can't, like, you can supersize something, but you can't keep it there. Like, why can't I just keep it there? It's so annoying. Anyway. But yeah, man, I think a lot of people were giving this head sculpt crap. And I'm like, how? Like, here's a perfect, here, Black Series Cantina, another place you should follow. I'm going to like that. A perfect example of, this is actually a really good sculpt, and it's super close to how Harrison Ford looked back then. Look at that. That looks really good. Like, really good. So, a lot of people were saying, like, oh, the face looks weird, and they can't really get Harrison Ford, and his hair didn't look like that. I'm like, yeah, it did. Look at his hair. It's all poofy. He was a little puffball back then. So, I don't know. I think it looks fantastic. It certainly beats the crap out of that. The old, you can't see it. The original Han Solo, which is crazy to me that we haven't got a update for that Han Solo from A New Hope since what, 2013? Isn't that insane? That's crazy to me. There was a bunch of TVC stuff. I don't think I'm going to cover the TVC stuff because I don't really collect it other than like the X-Wing pilots and pilots in general. Haven't found it yet though. Oh wait, I missed that. Hold on. I want to pick up the Commander Cody. I have it. I got it. I found one at Walmart. They were in a weird spot. A lot of people were posting photos of like an actual end cap that was Star Wars themed. No, they put them on an end cap for me, and it didn't say Star Wars. It was shoved, like all the figures were shoved in the back. The only reason I even saw them because I saw one Moff Gideon, and I was like, that's weird. That's the new Moff Gideon. Why would he just be sitting there? And there was a bunch of like weird, like kid stuff that was like covering all of them, but the Moff Gideon was in front of that. So I'm like, did someone try to hide these? Because there was a lot of them. There was like 25 of these, the figures, and it's not like they didn't have a lot, but I don't know. I got one of each of them. I got the new Cody. Not Cody, Rex. You know, he's all right. I don't like that this piece moves all over the place. If you take his helmet off, oh God, he just dropped this thing. This thing flops all over the place. So I'm gonna have to glue that down. Where did your gun go, sir? Where'd your gun go? Oh no, it went to the abyss. It went into the abyss, sir. Oh boy. Don't you hate it when that happens? Like something falls and then it vanishes. Great live stream, ODC. Your head. We can see the top of your head. Fantastic. Oh, I think I heard it. I heard something move. Nope. And that is not Captain Rex's gun. It is a magnifying glass. I think this is the Invisible Man's magnifying glass. Where did your gun go? Is that it? No, that's just I hate it when this happens. I got to do this right now. So if I don't look for it now, I'll forget about it. I'll be like, oh no, Rex's gun is gone. Oh, there it is. I found it. Need to shed a little light on the subject there. Sorry about that. I just blinded everybody. But yeah, he's fine. I'm not really fond of the Phase 1 armor all that much. I'm just going to be honest. I think the Phase 2 armor looks the best. But that's just me. But his helmet, and it does make him a lot taller than the original. Where's my original? So here's the original. And here they are foot to foot. That is soul to soul. And he is way taller. And where's his helmet? Because I got to put his helmet on so you can see. Here he is with his helmet on. Oh, it's such a tight fit. Just sounds bad. Here he is with his helmet on. I mean, I guess it's a little bit closer. It's not too bad. but the new Rex is a little bit taller and like beefier. Like the head is way bigger, but the helmet is way easier to get off. Like if I tried to pull the Phase 2 Rex, the original Rex's helmet off, I feel like I'm going to rip the head off with it. It was a tight fit back in those days. I'm shocked that it still doesn't like rip the paint off. But yeah, there you go. There, we'll just put his helmet on like that. This is how Rex goes into battle, like this. His helmet half off. I can't fit it on my head. Yeah, so the Cody one, I mean, he's all right. I just like I got it because it is a huge upgrade. Clones are your thing, yeah. Clones are, I feel like, a lot of people's thing. They're not my priority. I like the clones, and I essentially have the clones that I really want, which is I have all of them. I just don't go nuts for clones, I think, like I used to, because we were like starving back in like 2017 for clones. And when he came out, I was like, okay, yeah, we need more of that, because we weren't getting it for like the longest time. So once we started getting them and getting them and getting them and getting them and getting better bodies and all this stuff, and now I just kind of I totally get, like, everyone collects different and stuff like that. Personally, my personal collection, I just feel like, yeah, I kind of got that already, a little bit. Like, I don't know. I guess it's kind of it's definitely a personal preference thing, because I have like every single Luke Skywalker, and then I'm still customizing Luke Skywalkers. So it's just a personal preference thing. So, but yeah, I mean, I totally get why people like clones. So, I know a lot of people want like a clone Commander Thorn, and what's another one? Thorn. I think I'm still looking for 5s. I don't have 5s in the Arc armor, but anyway, I do have some unboxings to do. I haven't even opened any of the 2 packages. Then I got A from Amazon and then B from GameStop. So there's GameStop's. I did have some other stuff that was on its way, and it's not here today, which is unfortunate, but not the biggest deal. That's okay. But I do have some other stuff. Like I said, I showed can't talk. Here's the new Anakin. Expect a review of him. I'm trying to get this lighting situated so there's not such a blur. You guys are getting washed out. I'm washing out the figure here. Maybe if I... Is that better? No, that's not better. Maybe this. Okay. A little better. But yeah, the new head sculpt looks way, way better. Way. 2 ways. Way. Still hate these friggin' ankles, though, man. I've never liked these Anakin ankles or these legs. I really wish we would have got new legs, because every single Anakin that I've got with these legs have loose ass ankles. I don't know what it is, but even like brand new, when I got my first Revenge of the Sith Anakin, dude always wants to fall forward. I don't know why. I had to glue I used hot glue. I'm talking over myself. I had to use hot glue on the inside of the ankle peg, just so he will stand. He stands fine now, but I can still articulate the joint. But before that, it was a mess. So, all right. So there's that. And I did get Moff Gideon, which I don't know why the helmet's riding up. His helmet is entirely too big for his head. I have some issues with this figure. I think the height is perfect though, because I think Giancarlo Esposito is only like 5'8", so he should be around the same size as Luke, in which he is. So they nailed it on that. He does kind of have loose ankle syndrome, like Anakin. Like his ankles want to fall forward, and the helmet is entirely too big for the head, which does kind of blow. And there's a little bit of weirdness in the eyes, like he's kind of like this all the time. And you can see it. And whoa. He's a, you know. But the chin doesn't show. I know that's a thing for a lot of people, that they don't like when the chin shows. But his chin doesn't show. Here's here he is straight on. And no chinny chin chin. You do see his neck, but no chinny chin. So, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. You guys remember Primus? No? Anybody know that band? All right, so I picked this up at what was it? This and what's his name? The Imperial Guard for like dirt cheap. At and I don't collect carbonized stuff, but I did get these. They were like $10 for the 2-pack. And originally they were $20 back in December when they showed up for Christmas. This, and I already got the guard out. He's over there somewhere. In that display over there. Right there. With the Death Star. And then I did get both my 2-packs for the Shadows of the Empire 2-pack with Bausch Leia, which expect that review. That's probably coming up not next. I got kind of a funny review that I did of the Dungeons and Dragons figures. These 3 nerds. Be sure to check that out because these are some of the strangest Hasbro figures I have reviewed. They're very weird. I don't know if someone took off that day of designing those figures, but just you got to tune into the review to see what I'm talking about. But that review should be up next, the Dungeons and Dragons one, and then I'll be banging out all these Black Series figures, and then I got to go and kind of backlog because I want to do the Classifieds 2-packs that I got, and there's a couple others that I didn't do. So, also picked up an Admiral Akbar. He was $8 at a local show. $8. And the card is like immaculate. But I don't know. He might end up being, I don't know, this card looks so nice though. I normally don't goo myself over cards, but this is like really pristine in good shape. But $8, you can't beat it. It's a trap, right? So there's that. Oh, I have to do this review too of this 2-pack of the Clone Commando. So that review might be after the next one, and then I'll get to... No, I'll probably do Anakin and Moff Gideon and Rex. I might do all 3 of those in one video. Make it easy on myself. I got some custom showcases coming up too. Of this gentleman right here. Another Return to Tatooine initiative. Since Hasbro won't do it, I guess I have to do it. And then here's a little clue on another guy, which you'll... Oh! That's all you get. I really like the recipe I used for the Gardinian. Or, not the Gardinian. The Deferonian. Anyway, let's get to this unboxing because I am just chatting up a storm here. Terry, what's up, bud? I haven't done the giveaway yet. I'll be doing the giveaway in about probably around 20 minutes. All right, so these are all brand new figures. Double T. TT. TT. T-Taw. All right, so yeah. Oh, I'm super excited for these. This is my GameStop order. Super pumped for this. Hope you guys are excited. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate the birthday wish, man. I appreciate you. All right, so the first one is I'll go with this guy first. All right, so the first one is Sebulba. So yeah, super pumped for this. The uniqueness of his articulation, range of motion. Oh man, I'm really in for this. Here's the back of the card. And then if you need the QR code or the UPC, are you going to focus, camera? Camera. Maybe if I get my stupid head out of the way, it'll focus. I'm trying to find the sweet spot. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, so there you go. There's Sebulba. And I'm going to flip the camera around. And I'm going to take him out. I'm going to take all of these out, the brand new ones, and do a little Rotini spinaroonie with all of these I'm going to show. All right, so the next one is Mrs. Shakti. Ooh. Shocky it to me, baby. There she is. Use the force. There's the back of the card. There's the side of the card. Side, back, back, side, 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 back. And there is the QR code. So those two. Let me get this stupid box out of here. Goodbye. You're fired. All right, two more. I think. Should be two in here. Then I got one more that I got yesterday, which I'll show. Yeah, here we go. All right, so here I forgot that I passed on this guy when I went to Walmart. This is the only one I passed on, and I was like, well, I already have him on order, and he's already shipped. So I waited. I would like to get a couple of them. It's the Imperial Praetorian Guard from the Mandalorian. Let me get that shot there. I would like to get like maybe 3 of these guys. Their design is cool. There's the back of the card. And there's the barcode. Maybe if I turn the light on, it'll help a little. Not really. Maybe if I just block my face. No, that made it worse. You guys are like, what? What is that? All right, and then the last one I got is Lumindara Unduli. You can't have Shakti without Lumindara. I would assume that we're probably going to get a Barris Offie or Ophi, however you say your name. I think it's Offie. But she looks really cool. And there's the read up. And side artwork. And there's a barcode that you probably can't see because it's blurry right now. All right, so there's that. Get that box out of here too. Go away, box. And then the last thing that I got this week is finally cards beat up, so I'm gonna have to open them up, which is fine because I'm an opener really anyway. But I don't know why I passed on this dude. You guys know how Return of the Jedi is my favorite out of any Star Wars film ever. But I don't know why I passed on him. I think it's because I have the original, but I had to get the Vader from Return of the Jedi. I have the original. He's right there. He's dueling Luke over there. He's a dueling Luke right there. Right there. Like I'm pointing at his head. But yeah, this is a really cool figure. I'm going to open him up. And I'll probably do a review on him just because I want to compare him to the old one. So, and I haven't watched any reviews on these. Usually when I'm about to get a figure and it's new, I usually won't watch other reviews for a purpose. But thank you, Ron. Appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate ya. I appreciate you. So that's it for the pickups. We're moving along. And where are we as far as... So, I'll reiterate yet again in case there's some new viewers. This is the Star Wars Black Series 6-inch. That's a 5-inch figure? No. Which one? This? This is 6-inch. All of these are 6-inch. 6. Yeah, these are all Black Series. But for the giveaway, in case somebody is just tuning in, this is the Star Wars Black Series Jedi Fallen Order 3-pack with Cal Kestis, Trilla with the soft goods cape, and the Purge Trooper with the big old axe. This is the giveaway. Like I said, the only reason I haven't opened it is because it's still sealed. It's hermetically sealed. I'm just joking. So this was the shipper it came in. All I did was take it out of the Amazon box it came in, which I'll actually be putting it back in the Amazon box to ship to whoever wins today. So, I guess we can get to that now. So all you have to do to enter is be subscribed and live in the US and make a comment on this live so I can put you into the giveaway. I don't know what it is about giveaways. For some reason, like every time I do a giveaway, like no one enters. It's the strangest thing ever. And I want to say I've given away some fun, like some pretty good stuff, but like no one ever enters. It's so weird. But yeah, I think, what was it last time? Well, last time I did a members giveaway, I think I just gave away stuff to my channel members, which was Terry and Woodman. But I think the last like couple times, did Terry win twice in a row? I don't know, because nobody ever enters. I think it's like probably like 4, or might have been like at the most I think I've had was maybe like 14 people. So I don't know. It's weird. Nobody likes free stuff, I guess. I don't know. It's free. You don't even have to pay for shipping. I'm paying for it. I enter but never win. Well, maybe you'll win today, Woodman. Maybe you'll win today. This is a really good set. I own this set. So I think I paid, what was it? This was on sale for $40 recently. It's not on sale for $40 anymore. It went back up to $70 or something like that. But I think even when it went on sale and I bought it, it was still like $60. And I was like, oh, okay, $60, 20, 40, 60. That's $20 a figure. Fantastic. I'll take it. But yeah, $40? Like, how do you beat that? You give away Major Blood, I remember. Yeah, I gave away Major Blood. I remember one year I gave away that expensive. He goes for like crazy money now. Even back then, because I went to Star Wars Celebration in 2017. and I got that exclusive X-Wing Luke, which was just a regular X-Wing Luke, just like this, right? Just like your archive edition and your original. You might have had the updated head, like the archive, but all he had was a different card that was kind of shiny, kind of similar to Admiral Akbar. And that figure, like right off the bat, went for like $150. So I remember I gave one of those away. So I was like, at least, you know, regardless of whether you did that person, whoever won, I can't remember who it was, but whoever won that way back, you know, worst case scenario, if you don't like it, just sell it, and you got yourself $150. I remember I think I got 4 at that show, and I was like, well, one's going to be a giveaway, one I'm going to sell. I think one I did take off card, and then I still kept the card. So, but yeah, when I needed bill money, it was great that one year. Actually, I might have used that for money to go on a trip. You gave away a Marauder gift. What was it? A Marauder gift certificate. Oh yeah, that's right. I did. I think that was back in like 2020, I think. But I mean, I try to give away good stuff, but no one ever wants to enter. It's weird. You guys got to enter. I see 8 of you in here. There's definitely not 8 people that have commented. So I think there's what? Let's see. There's Woodman. There's Terry. There's Ron. Cobra left. I mean, you don't even have to have a conversation with me. All you gotta do is just throw a thumbs up. That's it. That's all you gotta do. But there might be like literally 3 people that enter this giveaway. So you might have really good odds. All right. Whoa. I just knocked everything over. Would you chill? Okay. So, all right. Well, let's get to it then. Here are your final seconds if you do want to enter. All right. So let's go to random. Random picker wheel. Sometimes I show up too late for the giveaways. All right. Yeah. But you still be winning though, Terry. You still be winning though. My God, I had all these. I had like 20 tabs open. I'm. If you know anything about me, I don't like leaving tabs open. I'm weird like that. I almost missed this one. Watch Terry win again. He's gonna win. Watch him win. All right, so we'll do. All right, Ron's in here. All right, I got to get him in here. Yeah, he still wins. That's how it works. All right, let me put Ron in here. Ron. Add Ron in there. All right, now we're going to spin the wheel. And Ron won. Oh, I'm just kidding. Get Woodman. All right. Rich! Oh my God! Long time no see, buddy. What's going on? I'll read your comment in 2 seconds. Hold on a second. Got to put T-Taw in here. Double T. It's like Arn Anderson, but TT. For some reason, I only ever get notifications about the giveaway streams. I don't want to be that guy that shows up for the giveaway. Oh no, it's fine, man. I don't mind. It's fine. I'm just glad to see you back, bud. You gotta ding those dongs. You gotta ding those dongs so you get notifications. All right. So we got 4 people. Come on, there's 7 of you in here. Where are you hiding? It's all good. If you don't want to enter, it's perfectly fine. So this is what we got so far. I'll give you guys like another like 5 minutes. All right. I'll add 5 minutes onto this, but this is what we got on the random wheel spinner. Let me get this ad out of here before I get like copyright stricken or something. So this is what we got. Random wheel. I'm going to give you guys an additional 5 minutes. Hey Siri. 5-minute timer. Five minutes. What is she doing? She's just... What's this?
Something went wrong. Please try again.
Yeah, something went wrong. You're not listening. You ding dong. Hey Siri. 5-minute timer.
5 minutes. Counting down.
Jeez, Siri. Oh, God. No, don't initiate again. Stop it. Can't say that name because she just comes back like a pimple on prom night. Anyway, so like I said, we did get some reveals while we got 5 minutes. I'm probably going to talk about this after I do the giveaway also. So if you want to enter the giveaway, enter now. You got 4 minutes and counting. Dash Rendar gets revealed. I can't use my... Well, I'll show the images in a second. Dash Rendar gets revealed. A really cool Jedi Survivor 2-pack got revealed of Cal Kestis and Turgle. Or actually, it's technically a 3-pack because you got Scuba Steve, which I just call him Scuba Steve because that's what his name really is, you know. But yeah, Dash. Oh man, I knew that he was being leaked because I think what was it on the back of Shizor's card art. I think there was like a read up of it was like a little it was on the Hasbro website that said we'll be releasing other characters from Shadows of the Empire like it was like Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia, and it said Dash Rendar. And then it said, and others, I think. So I saw that. I was like, oh, that's confirmed that they have to do it now. So, yeah. When Dash got leaked, I was super pumped. And I was like, when are they going to do it? When are they going to do it? When are they going to do it? So he got shown off yesterday, I think, at or at least somebody leaked the photos, and then he got revealed this morning at the panel, at the Star Wars Celebration panel. So really exciting. Like I said, we're getting a new Han Solo, thank God, a new Chewbacca, thank God. We're getting Dash Rendar, thank God. So I guess you can consider those 3 a Return to Tatooine initiative because Dash was in Tatooine. So was Han. So were Chewie. I'm trying to think of anybody else. There was also a couple of photos showing like what was it? The Imperial Commando or ISB Commando or Task Force. I don't know what the name was, but they had like it was like a troop builder. And he had like the regular ISB uniform, but he had like armor on from like that scene that we saw in the trailer, I believe. So that's pretty cool. I think, does Andor start today? I think it might start today. I can't remember. I don't know. I'll have to check. But there was that, and then, like I said, the Jedi Survivor 3-pack, a 2.5-pack, I'll say. But it looks really cool. Like, you get, I think, 2 different lightsaber blades, which is actually white lightsaber blades, which is weird because I don't even think having a white lightsaber was an option. I'm pretty sure there was no white lightsaber option for Cal in Survivor. I mean, they probably should have done like purple and green and blue and um, yellow. They have not. They have. I think the only yellow lightsaber that we've got was from Yord. That's it. I don't think anybody else has gotten a yellow lightsaber. Oh, we gotta look over here. No, it's all been like blue and green and red, and we even got an orange. But they've only done like a couple. So there was those. I'm trying to think of what else here. Let me look on ye old. Oh, Mirren or Mira, Mirren. Sorry. So that's super exciting too. Where'd you go? Where did you go, lady? The Chewbacca looks a lot better. I really went from kind of being let down from all the reveals before Star Wars Celebration to getting the reveals that we got at this celebration. This is far better. Because most of the reveals before Celebration were mostly new media stuff, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I collect some new media stuff because it, I have an imagination that can fit them into my canon. Oh, my timer's going off. I got to do the giveaway. But yeah, Dash looks amazing. Super pumped about it. But there was just something missing about those new media reveals. Like I was just like kind of like, oh, all right. But here's all of the reveals. I know this is super ghetto. I'm doing it like this, but yeah, I'll be doing a video just kind of talking about it. So there's gonna be a lot of videos coming up. There's a close up of Dash. I posted this earlier today. Just bought, what was it? Terry says, I just bought a Star Wars Jedi Survivor Cal Kestis 4-inch figure a couple of days ago. It's better. It has better articulation than the 4-inch Black Series figure. Yeah, the 4-inch Black Series figures were a weird breed back then. And then he says, episode 3, Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter Ship 2. Nice, man. That's sweet. Rich says, I got a Giga Chad John Dash. He does. He does kind of have that big old honking Chad face, I don't care. I'm just, worst case scenario, if it looks really bad, if it looks like too much like Robert Zadar when I get it in hand, I'll just get a custom head. I'm just so happy that we're getting Shadows of the Empire stuff because that was like, I'm maybe in the minority here, but I love the Power of the Force 2 line. Like, I love that line. It was deep cuts after deep cuts, lots of vehicles, lots of just fun stuff. And then when Shadows got announced of being everything but a movie, which I wish it was just a movie, damn it. That was like a big deal for me too, because I was like, oh, we're getting even more lore. So yeah. And then I love the way Luke looked in between Empire and Return of the Jedi. So and then we got Mullet Cal Kestis. I'm totally getting this 2.5-pack. So yeah, super pumped for that. I don't know when the pre-order. I already pre-ordered from Hasbro Pulse because that's, I guess, what you have to do now. Chewie, Han, and Dash, and Mirren, I did pre-order her. Yep. But those Chewie, Han, and Mirren are all going to be a part of this wave with Ezra and the Night Trooper, the zombie Night Trooper. So those are mainline. And then I think Dash is a... Is he mainline too? Because they're showing him with the mainline stuff. Oh, and credit to Yak Face for all these, by the way. I like to give credit where it's due. That was actually my post. I don't know if they're showing Dash with the mainline stuff, but they didn't show him with the wave. So I don't know what's going on with that. But regardless, you can get him on Hasbro Pulse. I'm assuming you'll probably be able to get him everywhere else. I would assume that he is mainline and not a fan channel exclusive, but the Jedi Survivor 3-pack is an Amazon exclusive, and he'll be available at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So, and it says it right there. If you don't believe me, it's right there. Yeah, cool set. You get multiple heads with that set too. So that's cool. The Power Force 2 line was the first line figures outside TNMT that I collected. I remember going to Toys R Us with my uncle every Tuesday because that was the local store truck day. Yeah, man. I remember, like, I don't know what it was with Power Force 2. I know they, like, made way too many of them and they didn't sell well, but, like, my God. Like, and I know a lot of people don't like them because they look like muscle men, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I never, like, that wouldn't fly now, but, like, you got to understand if you grew up and you were still like a teenager in the 90s, like, it was slim pickings back then. Like, you didn't have much that was coming out. And then when stuff came out, you got an abundance of it. And, there's going to be growing pains. And you just kind of, I don't know, I never looked at toys, especially from the critical lens that I look at them now. I'm far harsher on toys than I used to be when I was a kid. Like, I just would open up the figure and damn it, I'm going to enjoy it, like, so I definitely got to say I'm way more critical of figures now than I was when I was a kid because I just wanted the character and being able to play with them. That's it. There's definitely a case of the older you get, the more critical you get of stuff. So, yeah, Han looks really good. This is some good stuff. Oh, and I don't collect TVC stuff, but that Bantha, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Look at those teethuses. Oh, the little baby needed a toothbrush. And then there's this 2-pack, which is, I think, going to drop in the next month or so. So if you don't have Dagan Gera, you can get him with the Force Arm. I'm still on the fence if I'm going to get that. I don't know. I already have the Dagan Gera, which I haven't done his review. I got to do his review. Keep reminding myself of stuff, and I'm just looking through this now to see if I missed anything. Are they doing... oh, that's for Vintage Collection. So if you wanted the Last Command box set for the Vintage Collection, you're actually getting some characters that we didn't get for the Black Series. So they are going to do that set. It's like a 3-pack. So that's pretty cool. Go pick them up. And then they announced the Figuarts General Grievous, which looks really, really good. That is tempting. I don't know how big he'll be, though, because I know Figuarts Star Wars usually runs smaller. But you know. All right, let's get to this. Oh my god, I'm yawning so much. All right, let's get to this giveaway here. And let me just make sure that nobody else popped in. Because if anybody else popped in, I got to add them to the wheel of wonder and fame and fortune. All right, so I guess it's just down to 4 people: Ron, Terry Turner, Woodman, and Rich. I think I remember I did that Royal Rumble giveaway. I think that was like recently, wasn't it? That was back in like January, where I did a Royal Rumble giveaway, and I gave away like I can't remember what the hell I gave away though. I can't remember anything. My odds still suck. Oh, don't you be a pessimistic pessimist. All right, so I'm gonna spin. I'm gonna leave it on the screen, and we're gonna do. Should I do elimination? All right, we got to do out of the 4 of you guys. Should I do elimination? So should I just pick the winner now? Like boop, and then it spins, it lands on the person, and they win? Or should I do elimination down to the last one? So whoever gets picked first gets eliminated, and then so on until there's one person left. Should I do that again? Fatal 4-way? Huh? Huh? You decide. One shot. Ron says one shot. One shot. So we got 1 vote for one shot. Rich, you got to let me know what you think. Terry and Woodman. One shot or elimination? Let me know. One shot. Meet up and have us actually duke it out, right? Fatal 4-way punching only, no kicking. One shot. All right, one shot it is. That got the majority. All right, so here we go. I'm going to hold it right here. I'm going to hit the spin. Boop. Who's winning? Who's winning? Oh! Who is it? Oh, see, Woodman. See, you. Didn't you win one? I thought you did. It might have been the members one that I did the giveaway. I fight dirty. Don't worry, Ron. I'm going to probably do another giveaway in like next month. So, see, you were Mr. Pessimistic ends up winning. Look at that. All right, so there it is. Woodman 29. You win the unopened, brand new, hermetically sealed. Let me get that out of here. Let me make sure all right, there we go. Hermetically sealed Jedi Fallen Order. And like I said, I'll be doing more giveaways. Don't worry, guys. Hopefully people enter. I'll get the same 4 people every time. That's okay. I'm fine with that too. As long as it makes somebody happy, that's all I give a shit about. All right, so what we'll do now is, because we went through the reveals, which the reveals were really awesome. I'm very, very pleased with the reveals. The fact that we're getting a Dash Rendar makes me happy at the end of the day. You know what I ask? I ask as a favor, if anybody comes across a DC Multiverse, wait, is it DC Direct or DC Multiverse? DC Multiverse, Page Punchers Shazam, the regular version, not the Captain Thunder version, the regular version. You just give me the heads up and say, hey, I found it. It's over here. Let me know. Let me know if you need it. All right, so enough with that. Let's get to this. I'll flip you around. I know where to find find vampire Shazams. You want vampire? No, I don't. No, no more vampire Shazams. I'm vampire Shazammed out. Just the page puncher. Oh god! Oh god! They all dominoed. Look at that. All right, I'll get that up, and then we're gonna unleash the beast here. There, we'll look at Little Orphan Annie here. Little Orphan Annie. Here, we'll put Rex with him. Good job. Good job. There we go. Little Orphan Annie. The Dawn of DC version? No, it's the page puncher version. I'll just show you. Hold on a minute. I didn't used to be able to flip my screen around for live streams. It used to hate that on YouTube, especially when you were live. All right. Woodman 29. There's 29 woodmans left, and only one can leave the winner. Sorry. Page puncher. Shkajam. I think this guy got sold out in like 6 minutes when he originally came out. And I was like, well, okay, I guess I'm not getting him. And now, yeah, he's going for like $70 to $100. I'm like, good Lord, why? I mean, he's good. He's not that good. $70 good. So he's the classic version, not virgin. I hardly know her. Version. But yeah, I think it comes with a comic display stand, hands. Can I get the glare out of there? Anyway, yeah. So that's that. All right, let me flip you guys around. There we go. Yeah, it's a good Shazam. I'm a big Shazam fan, so. All right, so who should we open up first? You guys choose. Should I do Shakti? Should I do Sebulba? Should I do Praetorian Guard or Luminara? I think I'll save Vader just for a review. Little Orphan Annie. You choose. You know what I came across the other day too while you guys are choosing? Ring Raiders. I found a bunch of Ring Raiders. I don't know if anybody remembers those. Ring Raiders, the command is in your hand. I'm not a singer, and I'm sorry that your ears had to just hear that, but I had to do it. Sorry. Sorry, Charlie. You remember? Yeah, it's a good one. They're good ones. Oh, God, Luke. Luke Skywalker, so aggressive, man. He's always knocking people over. All right. So first, I'll just pick. Let's not pick our nose. Let's pick him. All right. We'll go with. I'm just picking up the first one I have. We'll go with Luminara and Dooley. The Luminara and Dooley Daily Dolly. Dooley Daily Dolly, Dooley Daily Dolly. I don't know what I'm saying. But I'm saying the Dooley Dolly, Daily Dolly, Dooley. What is going on here? The Dooley Dolly Daily. I was kind of shocked that these popped up so quickly as they did, and then how quickly they did ship. I gotta say this: a lot of people say a lot of shit about GameStop, but they ship stuff pretty quick. Here is the Dooley. She's a Dooley Dolly Daily girl. She's a daily Dooley. A Dooley Daily. All right. Cracking some plastic bitch. All right, there's that. You're fired, plastic. All right, so let's take a look at her. First, I have to clear a space because I have no room to move. No more for Nanny. Go over there, Annie. Don't you fall over and start causing a ruckus. A ruckus. Not a ruckus, but a ruckus. All right. Get this out of here. There we go. All right, let's take a look at her. She is just stunningly beautiful. She's beautiful. This is her. I think this is her Attack of the Clones look. Whoa. Whoa, camera. What you doing? Don't you be getting all unduly dolly on me. There we go. That's better. Let me stop washing her face out. Good Lord. All right, so she does have a green skin tone complexion, which is really nice. It's not a deep green. It's more of like a lighter green. It's not coming out on camera too well. It almost looks kind of washed out on camera, but she actually has a lot of, oh yeah, look at that range of motion. I thought this thing wasn't going to be able to move from left to right at all. But they really gummed it up with this, with her headdress. Terry's leaving? Oh, Terry. All right, have a good night, Terry. Thanks for popping in, bud. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Let me get a little bit more lighting in here. Just a bit more. But yeah, this is definitely her, I think, her Attack of the Clones. Let me see what the packaging says really quick. Oh, I just threw it across the room. Never mind. Okay. And then here's her lightsaber. I think this is reused from General Grievous. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure about that, but that's okay. Okay. She is reusing the Ayla Secura legs because you can see the double pin knees. The front sash is pretty ornate. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Look at that. It's definitely a new upper torso. Definitely new arms, without a doubt. I am actually already seeing things on her that I can use for a costume. But I'm going to leave this one alone. Maybe I'll get another one down the road. But yeah, man. She's looking good, man. She's looking good. She can move. She can bend the knees. This almost feels like the similar kind of soft goods that they used for Darth Revan all those years ago. It is nice and it does lay nice. It's not like stiff or anything like that. So that's good. And she kind of did that funky pose when they showed up in Attack of the Clones. Where she was like, I'm going to do my pose now. She was like, ka-cha, skada. You know? I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm just enjoying it. Enjoying the plastic. And she does come with this like cloth robe, which is actually really well done. And it's got nice stitching going down each side. That's good. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. She looks good. And she does have an upper thigh swivel, which is good, I think. Yep. Sorry, I wasn't trying to like that looked wrong. That just did not look right. What I was itching for. Gotta work these ankles a little bit better. She's wanting to lean back a little bit. That's just her headdress, I think. Yep. You all stand, ma'am. But yeah, looks really good. Like the sculpting on the gauntlets. Here's another close-up of the face sculpt. It's probably not focusing all that well because I'm live, but looks good, man. Looking good, lady. And it's nice to get more Jedi. You can never have too many Jedi because they're so unique from each other, you know? It's like you get a different culture with every Jedi. You know, it's like there's a representation from each culture. It's so cool. She looks great. I'll be doing full reviews of these guys. All right, next up we'll do her friend. We'll do Shakti. Let's see if she is just as poseable as Lumandara. Do. I gotta look it up, but for some reason, when I remember the first time I saw Attack of the Clones, I always thought that I was like, is the person that plays Lumandara and Dooley the same woman that played what is going on with this tape, bro? Would you get out of there? Ula. I don't know why I always thought that. I don't think that's the case. But for some reason I don't know why I just thought she was the same it was the same actress. Or at least I thought that for a second. Yes, this is both of their Attack of the Clones look. And Shakti, oh, look at that. And is she using yep, she's using the Ayla Secura legs too. Which, I mean, is fine. That's a good way to reuse stuff. I think she might, no, I think those are different arms. She might be using the same upper torso too. I don't know. I'll have to show that in a review. I don't know though. We'll get to that in the review. I'm not going to do that right now. There she is, Miss America. Let's get her into a nice neutral pose here. But yeah, man, she can turn her head pretty well. She's tall too. The it's coming off very bright on camera, but her skin tone is much in hand. It's far more toned down, so it doesn't look as crazy on like it is probably on screen. Here is her lightsaber, which I think is also reused from General Grievous. Which, you know, that's fine. There is some paint on there. We got some gold up at the top of the hilt. So, and she can hold it. Can she hold it? Oh, mine's... You guys are going to love this. My lightsaber has a bubble in it. Look, you see the bubble? I guess you could. Her rap name would be Bubblicious because she's got a bubble in her. Oh, okay, I'll shut up now. Anyway. There we go. She's Bubblicious. Bubblicious, Fergalicious. Make the boys go crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, next one we'll open up is the Praetorian. Or actually, you know what? We'll stick with the prequels. We'll do Praetorian last. We'll do Sebulba. Sebulba always wins. All right. Get some Bulbas in here. Oh, he actually comes with a... Oh, okay. He actually came with like a cover plastic piece. And I think that's to keep in this like... Oh, this poor soul. This is like the little guy that got ate by, I think... I don't think I ever remember seeing his face, though. He just got gobbled up by Jar Jar. This poor little soul. Poor guy. All right, so Sebulba comes with that little guy that he's about to eat and this helmet, the pod racing helmet. Now, I think it's funny that Sebulba gets the pod racing helmet, but little orphan Annie didn't get one. Why you do this, Hasbro? Maybe we'll actually get, and on the back of the card, look at that. There's a pod racer. That's actually Sebulba's pod racer. So, will we get some pod racers? I'd be down with that. I'd be cool with that. I would totally get a 6-inch Black Series pod racer. That would be sick. If we got like at least Anakin and Sebulba's, and maybe Ben Quadranero's. That'd be cool to like do displays like outside and like have them racing and stuff. That'd be awesome. All right, let me get Sebulba over here. Mr. Bulbous Maximus. All right, I gotta move her lightsaber. It's gonna be in the way. We'll do a little shuffle. We'll do the quarterback shuffle. Only people that watch The Office will get the reference. All right, he's looking pretty good, man. Oh, look at the sculpt on that head. That is sick. Look at that. Definitely would need the space for pods. Oh yeah, man. Absolutely. I'd make space for a pod. And I don't think they really have to be. See, that's the thing. I am an advocate of, I am perfectly, pleasantly happy with vehicles not being absolutely, positively to scale. I think if you undersize them just a bit, where you almost won't even notice, where you almost won't even notice that they're undersized a little bit, you can make them at an affordable price so people can actually get them. The other thing is, when coming out with vehicles and such, you don't need to add all of the bells and whistles. Some people just want the vehicle. Like McFarlane, he came out with a $70 Batmobile that came with a figure. Yeah, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but does it do what it needs to do? Does it roll? Yes. Does the canopy open? Yes. Can you fit the figure inside? Yes. That's all you need. I don't need exposed panels and, oh, here's a Cobra symbol that projects with the... I don't need all that. I don't need working tank treads. I don't need... No. Just give us the damn vehicle. I don't need a $300 vehicle. Make it a $100 vehicle. Call it a day. That's all you got to do. You know? Make it simple. Anyway, Sebulba can put his silly little helmet on. Like, all I want is a dang Luke's X-Wing. You can... Oh, God. Sorry. I got to back the camera up. You can totally slightly undersize the X-Wing. Not make it absolutely 100% true to scale. and it will still fit in and people won't even notice. I promise you. Let me get his little guy in his hand because he's a jerk. He's going to eat him. He's like, I'm going to eat this later. He doesn't talk like that. Poodle. There we go. That's better. This is so cool. This dude. So his hands are his feet, and his feet are his hands. And let's get them balanced here. You got to kind of work those fetuses. Feet, hands. Hand, feet. But he stands. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty right there. Got all of his gear on, holding the accessory, and he stands. Is it just me, or does Sabulba always look like he's blowing a kiss? He does, kind of. Like he's hitting on Shakti over there. He's like, hey, Shakti. Why do I keep doing frickin', what's his name? Poodle. There we go. Yeah, he's pretty cool, man. I mean, I think this is one of those figures where even if you don't like the prequels, you get the figure because he's just, it's the fact that he can function like this is pretty awesome, you know? And then the fact that you get the helmet you can take off, and the face looks like a friggin' dragon. It looks like an angry version of what's his name? Oh my god. I'm having a day here. Kind of looks like an angry version of Falcor a little bit, you know? Like an evil Falcor. Atreyu. Falcor. My dog Dusty looks like Falcor. I should have named him that. But my Jen always calls him Gamorg. She's like, "Oh, there goes Gamorg. He's in because he sleeps." So our dogs sleep in our room with us because we love them, and not to say that other owners don't love their dogs that don't have them sleep in the room, but we like having our dogs with us, you know, for, you know, obvious reasons. If, let's say something crazy happens, someone breaks into the house, right? You're going to break in the house with 4 dogs in the room? Well, actually 3, because Joey gets the Great Dane. But we got Dusty and Kurt Russell and Aria, the German Shepherd. But yeah, he looks great. I love the purple on the top of his head. Looks so good. So cool, man. He is great. All right, let's get him set up over here. He's going to stay there. All right. Last one we'll open, and then we'll call it a night. I think this has been a pretty fun night. I don't know about you guys. I've had fun so far. I still have we still got to do birthday cake. My Shih Tzu used to take over the bed. Yeah, man. They love being on you, you know? I just need to be on you. No, but so Dusty, that was the story I was getting to, and I never finished. So Dusty likes to sleep in, we have like a huge closet, right? It's like a huge walk-in closet. And he will sleep in the walk-in closet because it's like everything in our house has hardwood floor, but that one closet. So he likes to sleep in there. And he'll sometimes come out and like sleep in bed with us. But But when he's in his, we call it, oh, he's in his room. When he's in his room and he's looking at us, it looks like friggin' Gamorg from. It looks like a white version of Gamorg, especially when if he's panting. I'm like, oh my god, it looks like an evil Gamorg is in the room with us. So, and if you know anything about, because he's a Great Pyrenees Anatolian Shepherd mix, if you know anything about those two mixes, you know they have like the strongest bite force out of any dog on the planet, even more so than a Alibi, more so than a Great Danes actually don't have a strong bite force, but they look scary, but they're big babies. Because trust me, as an owner, I'll tell you, they are big doofus babies. All right, so we got the last one here is the Praetorian. Now I'm trying to see if these fetuses are reused. This, it feels like there's reuse here from the what you call it? Like even the, I don't know how to explain it, but the plastic feels like it's like the feet definitely look like the guards from The Last Jedi. Oh, he's just knocking people over already. How rude. Say you're sorry to Shakti. I guess he doesn't like Jedi, you know? First you don't like Mandalorians, now you don't like Jedi. You're knocking everybody over. It's rude. How wooed. But he comes with this, I guess, axe situation here. And then he also comes with this whip. And I was hoping, but it doesn't, that these had really bendy appendages. So you could like bend it and like get it into different, but it doesn't. It's just one piece of big plastic. So that's unfortunate. But he can't hold it. So there's that. He can hold both, but I'm not going to have him holding both. I'm just going to have him holding one until I get another guy, and then he can hold the other one. Kind of wish he would have came with 3. I just realized that there's a blade on this end, like a pokey blade. I'm going to pokey you. But it looks pretty cool. It's kind of like a nod to, the Praetorians are kind of like a nod to Crimson Empire a little bit. Gives off that feel, you know. You know what we never got? We never got a Connor Jax. I wonder if they'll dive more into that with the EU stuff. Now that Hasbro is becoming a little bit more comfortable, and maybe Disney's becoming a little bit more comfortable with EU stuff being released. I think that would be pretty cool if we got some Crimson Empire stuff, because I love that storyline with Connor Jax and Kyrkanos. We need a update for that Kyrkanos. They just didn't do him right. They even got the name wrong. They put Connor Jax as actually Kyrkanos, but it's actually not Kyrkanos, because if you've actually read, yeah, the red does pop. I agree, Woodman. But if you actually read the comics or even the audio, which I actually have, I have the audio book and on CD too. Good old CD. But if you read the comic, you saw like how Kyrkanos looks, like, yeah, he kind of looks like that in some panels, but he has gauntlets on, he has gloves on. He doesn't have just the regular body for the Royal Guard. Like, he was unique looking from the Royal Guards. He was one of the best Royal Guards ever. But I would have loved a unmasked head for him. I think he deserves that, especially if you're going to do a Connor Jax or a Kyrkanos. They need unmasked heads, and they actually need the other masked head that are different from the regular Royal Guards, because for the most part, during the majority of that comic, like and the story, they didn't really use those traditional helmets. They used an entirely different helmet. So that, and I would love training versions of them. I don't know if you guys have seen or read Crimson Empire, but it's a really good read. You should check it out. But yeah, these are the 4 unboxings that we're doing here. So yeah, the red does pop. I think it looks really good. I agree, Woodman. I will enjoy that cake, Rich. But yeah, looks good for the most part. Here's the back of him. I think it's a cool design. Let's lift up his little skirt here. I think the legs are new. I really think that those feet are reused from the Last Jedi Praetorians. I don't remember if they're called Praetorians or not. I have them in the other room. I actually modded them because if you remember anything, I'll just go get one and just compare really quick. So, if you remember anything about these Praetorians, then you will remember how crappy the elbows were on these. They were so bad. I mean, awful. Like, you could barely move their elbows. They were so awful. And I modded them a little bit so they can actually get to at least 90 degrees now where they couldn't before. But I did have to cut part of it. And I'm looking at these feet and I'm really like, yep, those are the same feet. All right, I'm going to have to move. I'll just move him out of the way for a second. But if you look at those feet, and then you look at those feet, those are definitely the same feet. And the knees are different. I think the legs are different too. No, I think the legs might be the same. It might be slightly retooled. But, sorry, I'm lifting up his skirt. How rude. Anyway, I had to mod his elbows by just cutting a straight line that is actually kind of works because it gets that elbow armor out of the way, but it still retains it and it still retains the sculpt, so you can kind of push it back together and you almost don't even notice it. But if you didn't have that there, it only bent to like here. That's all you got originally. And I'm like, you couldn't even two-hand anything. Like, at least now I can get to, at least if I push it 90 degrees. Like, at least you're getting to 90 degrees now. It's still in the way, but at least it's a little bit better. So, yeah, that was a thing with these Last Jedi figures. Cool design, but functionality, they were awful. But anyway, whoa. Hello there. Anyway. I think the bright points here are... I don't know, I really like that Shock T. Shock T looks so good. Sebulba, though. Sebulba's super unique. I think I was most excited for Shock T out of them. But uniqueness definitely goes to Sebulba. But yeah. So there we go. And I'll bring it back around. All right, so there we go. I was actually considering too, and I'll have to take a poll on the channel to see if you guys wanted a collection tour, because I haven't done a collection tour in a very long time. I want to say probably since maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. So yeah, it's been a long time. And obviously a lot has changed since then. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. I think it'd be fun. I probably would split them up into just I try to do like a Marvel Legends one, a Joy Toy one, an Action Force one, a Classifieds one, Black Series, which probably be the longest one. Um, DC, Wrestling, Transformers, Motu, and Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions. Yeah. Heck yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, I'll take a poll, and if enough people want to see it, then I'll do it. Or maybe I should just go ahead and just do it. I don't know. I have to ask permission. Anyway, but yeah, I think I'll end it here. Thank you so much to everybody. Congratulations to Woodman29 for winning the Jedi Fallen Order 3-pack, and I will send out. I think I still have your address, but if not, just shoot me a message anyway. It's fine. But yeah, we got to get up and collaborate sometime. But so we'll have to do that. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, stay tuned. I got a bunch of reviews actually already shot, edited. I just have to finish the thumbnail on one tonight, which I will. And then that should be up in a couple days. I usually try to give you guys a couple days. Like I've been uploading a lot more consistently, and I'm going to try and continue to do that because I've been very inconsistent in the past, and I don't want to do that anymore. And I also will apologize for that. But yeah, I agree. I agree, Woodman. Yeah, absolutely. We'll make it happen. But yeah, I've been trying to upload more consistently, and I try to give you guys at least like 2 days. I'm trying to stick within that 2 to 3 day area because I don't want to like do too much, and then people are like, "Okay, now go away. You're doing too much." But I'll try to stick within that realm. But I've been having a lot more fun doing reviews and being motivated and not procrastinating, especially with the customs. Now that I know I'm going after a more cohesive vision for the channel. Like I'm still going to do other figure reviews from other lines that I still have, but it's just like all the new stuff coming out. I'm probably not going to be doing. I just hope that it doesn't get too niche where people are like, "Oh, that figure came out 2 years ago. Who cares?" And they decide not to watch. That'll kind of suck because I put a lot of time and effort into my videos, and I would hope that people would at least appreciate it enough to give it a watch. That's kind of the caveat with a lot of like newer figures is that like, oh, did you get the new hotness yet? Oh, get it out quick before the first guy does. And it's like, how many people? That's like impossible to do. Like you have to be so lucky. Like I think I've gotten lucky maybe like a dozen times in the past of getting stuff before anybody else. But that was a long time ago. That was probably like what 2018. I was getting stuff maybe before, and I was getting lucky. Um, but you can't, like that's like an unrealistic type thing unless you're overpaying for figures, which I refuse to do. I'm not going to do that. So I get them when I can. I would consider getting Shakti and Sabalba and all of them considered early, very early. They weren't supposed to come out until I think like June, I think, and they got pushed forward. So it's nice that we're getting these estimated shipping dates of later in the year, but then getting them way months in advance, which is weird. And then I'll get in my closing statement here. Where's Dial Tone? I still don't have Dial Tone, and now he got pushed back like twice. And all those other figures came out like 2.5 months ago. Why was dial tone delayed? I don't understand that. It's so weird. I don't get it. Same thing happened with what was it? The single carded release of Star Killer of Galen Merrick. They like kept pushing his date back, pushing it back. It's been like a year and a half since they like because I pre-ordered through Big Bad Toy Store like over a year and a half ago, and they still haven't released it, and they keep pushing it back and pushing it. I don't know what's going on with that figure. I've never seen it in store. I don't know what's going on with it. Did it fall off a truck? Did it fall into the ocean? I don't know. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, expect a bunch of reviews. Like I said, there's the Dungeons and Dragons one, which those figures are weird. There is, I'm just gonna keep pumping them out. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll probably get some of these done too in the next couple of days. I also have 4 days off in a row, which is fantastic because it's just going to be kind of like hanging around the house. It's kind of like a staycation. So that'll be fun to do. I'm hoping I can. I'll have to get a hold of Strident and see if we can hang out too. I gotta text him. I keep forgetting to like do things. Like every day I tell myself, oh, I'm gonna message this person, or I'm gonna talk to this person, I'm gonna do that. It's like if I don't remember to do it, I will, I will forget it. My ADHD kicks in. And anyway, hope you guys had fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on my birthday. Thank you so much to everybody for the birthday wishes. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. Thank you to everybody who joined the live stream and commented, and those that didn't. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the entries for the giveaway. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much. And yeah, I will see you guys on the flip side.